Call it again.
This is First Corinthians 9:25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Right.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we are incorruptible.
And that's why the brother brought out in second chapter beautifully that you're not supposed to be weary in well doing. You got a question? What it is?
Come over here, bro. Come over here so we can hear you.
So before we answer that, do you know your nationality? Huh? Ethiopian? And we're out here to tell the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who they are, according to the Bible. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're here to tell them that they're the children of Israel, according to the scripture and prophecy. So we're waking up our people to who they are and who they were before they got across, before the so-called white man grabbed them and brought them over here.
Now, Israel, you seem like you kind of were, Israel was a man named Jacob.
Right.
You know about that? Okay. You go ahead.
So you had a question?
Yeah. I'll meet y'all there. Huh? Who calls Uber?
Russell, this is interesting. Yeah. He want to hear.
Of course it is. Yeah. This is our heritage. All right, man. This is our heritage.
Satan's took him away.
And it could be his. Ain't no telling.
Right, he could be a Jake. He could be a Jake, man.
You know? I don't doubt it.
I guarantee he has some interesting questions.
Yeah, he did.
Because his side of the world know about that. That's why when he heard you say about Israel, he already understood it wasn't the state of Israel.
Right,
He understood that it's a chosen people.
Right. He said, yeah.
Number tribe?
Yep.
Wow.
Matter of fact, even though the Ethiopians aren't the Israelites, don't they claim Haile Selassie and all that crap?
I believe they're called Malachi. I'm not sure, but those go back to those Samaritans, I believe, that got planted in the land of Israel at that time, like the Samaritan woman YAHAWASHI was talking to.
Right.
King Solomon, which is not true, but that's what they used to say.
That Queen Sheba had a child from King Solomon.
They know, they're familiar, man. They know.
But they know about the heritage, and they know, and they should know that there's a separation. You know, and that's the time we're coming into, where the Lord is starting to divide the nations like He did before.
And you know that's crazy. All that rumor going around that Solomon slept with Sheba. Why wouldn't it mention it? It mentioned that he slept with Bathsheba, right? And had Solomon,
King David,
and
right?
killed the first child. Why wouldn't it mention if he slept with a queen? That was a queen. These people crazy as hell, man.
And that's one thing about our records. Our records don't just promote the positive things of our nation, man.
Right.
Our nation, our scriptures promotes the down and dirty, the ugly parts of our history.
Talking about the real down and dirty.
And that's very different from the ancient documents of other kingdoms. The Assyrian Empire, even the Egyptian Empire, they would give themselves props on battles that they didn't even win. The Lord gave our testimony and our records authentically, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly, man. Judah, our forefather, the forefather of the tribe of Judah, sleeping with Tamar.
Right.
You know, all of these things are in our records, man. The Lord didn't shun to declare all the things of Israel, man. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
Our children, our nation, eating belt buckles. Eating the leather off of their belts and boots. Right. Eating pigeon shit. Eating their own children. The Lord didn't hold back as far as our records. We don't have all positive things about the nation of Israel in our book. We have more negative things than positive things, man. And all of the positive things, for the most part, are in the future. Everything good about the nation of Israel is going to be given to us in the future, man.
Yeah, that's why I say be patient. That's all the scripture. Be patient. Wait. Patient. Wait.
That's why, and that's why it's hard for Jake you know, when you first come in to look at the Old Testament, because it ain't nothing, it ain't all good, and it ain't all peaches and cream in the Old Testament, man. The Lord did a lot of ass kicking, man.
A lot. A lot.
He slew 30,000 of us for disobedience.
Oh, what he
Sent
told
the snakes.
What he told David, he said, since you want to censor Israel, you got to have famine for 3 years.
Gave him options.
70,000 of your men got to fall, or you got to go into the hands of your enemies. David said, listen, let it fall on me. I gave you 3 choices. The Lord said, pick one. He said, well, I choose to pick 70,000 of my men to fall, man. Because he censored Israel. Satan tempted David to censor Israel. And he did it. Same thing that Esau doing today. They censored. I mean, I was on staying on North Lane, man. They did a census 2009. How many people's in your house? They did a went around everybody's door. Had people going around. How many people in your house? Gotta fill out. They still doing that same shit today, man. And Satan tempted David, and the Lord told David, you got 3 choices. Famine for 3 years, you're gonna fall in the hands of your enemies, or you gotta lose 70,000 of your men. And the Lord sent an angel through slaying them.
Oh, let's get Ecclesiastes 17 and 17.
Hey, the Lord had to tell him, hey, that's enough, stop, because the angel was just...
But that show you, man, the Lord is harder on his people than he is on everybody else, man.
Right.
Here it is, all throughout the Old Testament, even in the New Testament, our nation has been in captivity, they suffered famines, wars amongst themselves, all kind of pain and suffering. And now we get into the end of the book where the Lord's going to wipe the tears from their eyes, and everybody want to put on an Israelite jersey, man.
But YAHAWASHI is all love. Sweet Jesus, all love. But the Lord said he's going to start the house of Israel in 2 Peter, chapter 4, verse 17.
Look what he did to them that he loved, man. What he did to our nations. Esdras was going into that. He was like, look, the Babylonians, they don't be thinking about YAHAWASHI. They winning. They don't consider your name. They don't consider your ways. But we do, and we getting beat for it. You know, we're being disobedient. We're getting hit harder than all these other nations, and they don't even try. But the Lord said, what? Even so is Israel's portion. If they want the wide, how can they get it if they don't go through the narrow? You had the
Ecclesiastes chapter 17, verse 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole world, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion. Right. Whom being his firstborn, he nourisheth with discipline, and giving him the light of his love, doth not forsake him.
And we're being nourished with discipline, man. That's why our fate is always different from the other nations. That's why our nation is always getting hit so hard, man. Because the Lord is nourishing us, being the firstborn, and shaping us and molding us into a rightful heir, man. That's really what it boils down to. We've been given a promise from YAHAWASHI through our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the Lord is whipping us into shape to receive that inheritance. And with that comes discipline.
Verse 19. Therefore all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways.
Let's get Amos 3 and 1.
Can I read this real quick? Precept of what the brother just read in Ecclesiastes 17 and 17. This is Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
Exactly. And our nation being the firstborn comes with great consequence for disobedience. Even if you grew up in a household with multiple siblings, you know that you as the firstborn were expected to do more and to have more responsibility than your younger siblings. And you always have those talks with your parents, and they be like, look, you know better. You're supposed to do better. You're supposed to be an example for them. The other nations are really just, they're like children. They're following the examples of whoever's winning on the earth, man. Our nation is supposed to be set apart from that. And that's why we get disciplined every time we try to do anything that's different from obeying YAHAWASHI. You got it, brother.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1.
Beautiful.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Let us, looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds.
Woo!
Ye
So,
have not
Salakia, because we were going into that, you know, not to be weary, you know, and that's beautifully going into Yahawah's journey. Before you get weary in your mind, consider what our Lord and Savior did, what he went through. And if you get all weary and faint in your mind, you got it, brother.
For consider him that endured contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds. Ye have not resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
So Jake getting all tired right now, just doing the work, man. You haven't even resisted unto blood.
Right.
You don't even know what it's like to resist unto blood. We ain't even in that time. We're entering into that time now. But Jake is weary before we've even gotten into that point in time. You got it, brother.
Verse 5, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth.
And that shows you that the Lord loves the nation of Israel, bar none, man. The Lord ain't dealing with any other nation except the nation of Israel. And that's why we keep getting nourished with discipline, man. Because the Lord chasteneth who he loves, man. You got it, brother.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with his son. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, wherefore all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons.
Exactly. And any 2/3 of our nation are considered bastards right now because they despise the chastening of the Lord, man. The Lord is going to receive the hopeful elect because they're receiving the chastisement and they're not despising it, man.
I can say this. Esau hasn't been chastened, man.
Right.
You know?
What did it say? It said, if enduring chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with his son. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
And that son was going to be Esau.
He hasn't gotten chastened. It says, but if ye be without chastisement, wherefore are all partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
Like, that's why Esau was rejected.
Right, because he a bastard.
Bastard. Yeah, he hasn't got chastised.
Right.
And now he's about to receive his chastisement. You know, but that's why we're not supposed to despise the chastening of Yahawashi. Because with that, that shows you that you're of the firstborn. The Lord is nourishing you with discipline.
And that's beautiful, because that's why they free to do what they do, man. That's why this is their kingdom. They can do whatever they want to do because they don't have no chastisement, man.
They don't have no father.
They bastards. They don't have no father, man.
Cain said, I'm going to be a fugitive and a vagabond.
Con.
That's a bastard, man.
Con.
He's a bastard.
Right. Hey, that's cold, man. Hey, the Lord cold. Straight up.
That's why you're supposed to receive this with joy. And you know, we
Right,
strive
man.
to do that every day. You know, we strive to fight off this flesh because your flesh don't like anything that's uncomfortable.
Right.
So anytime you go through a situation, your flesh is the first thing to say, here we go. But then your spirit gotta fight that. Like, nah, man. Ain't no bad days for us, man.
And that's why I want to bring this out.
You got it, brother.
It's 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. And that's why I want to bring it out, because, man, who woke us up to the truth, man? They are the elders over all of Israel today, man.
Right.
Over all of Yasharallah on the planet Earth today, man. They are the elders. The apostle elders of Great Millstone, man.
And you didn't get out here 30 years ago and go hard for Yahawashi. You know, the elders did, man, and they still doing it. It ain't like they did it and they retired like Michael Jordan. They still doing it.
I say 30 years, you ain't out there now.
Right.
Right, man. You got these rabbis talking about they, man. That these, man.
Bored of Israelites. Like, who ordained y'all to be bored? To be on the board? Where's y'all works, man?
Right.
Y'all been chilling at the crib watching YouTube talking about what you shoulda, coulda, and woulda did, man.
Getting all the breakdowns for free.
But that's just like Jake, man. At the crib in his apartment in his drawers and socks talking shit about people who actually doing the work, man. Yeah. But that show you that a lot of men gonna come in trying to do this for vainglory.
Done.
That they gonna come in and try to do this for a name. Nah. Yeah, more on that?
First Thessalonians chapter 5, starting at verse 11. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do.
Right.
And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves for their work's sake.
And that show you, man, that Jake just really lacked respect and order. Jake could get this truth and get unruly, man. But let his boss tell him to come in an hour early. Jake has to be up there with his uniform pressed nice and neat. But when it comes to anything that's dealing with his own people, he has a lack of respect for it. He'll respect the Edomite managers and know he an Edomite and respect him more than he respect his elders in the truth, man. That's why the Lord ain't dealing like that, man. And that really is a display of lack of faith, man. Because if you really have faith in YAHAWASHI, you're gonna have faith that He bestowed men that are over you. That's a lack of faith, man. All of that really boils down to a lack of faith and doubt, man. Being a faithless creature. You had more on that up? That was it? Let's get, you had something? Let's get 2nd Ezra 9 and 12. Start around 10. Because that disobedience gonna equal up to death by pain, man. No matter how you slice it. And you can know you Israel and still taste of that cup.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 12.
Start up a little bit, probably like verse 10.
2nd Ezra 9, verse 10. For as much as in their life have received benefits, and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
And that's why we should marvel not, man. You're gonna have scoffers in the last days. You're gonna have people that leave the faith, man. That show that they had no faith from the beginning. You're gonna have all of these things happen. And you're not supposed to marvel. Because you're not supposed to inquire about how they're gonna be punished. You're supposed to worry about being saved. And know and such as be like unto thee, man. All of these things are expected. Just like you expect salvation, expect there to be scoffers, man. Expect there to be non-believers. Expect to have comments on your videos that don't have nothing to do with the actual point that you're trying to prove in the video.
Right.
All of these things must happen, but the end is not yet, man. Come on, man. And that goes into faith. If you know YAHAWASHI is going to judge this world, He's going to judge scoffers and scorners, marvel not. Don't spend no time trying to think about the process, the mental process of a scoffer and a scorner. Because if the Lord made you pure, all things are pure, you're not going to understand that mindset, man. Yes,
Yeah, it's Psalm 68. Psalm chapter 68, verse 19. It reads, Blessed be the Lord, YAHAWAH, who daily loads us with benefits, even the power of our salvation.
Exactly,
So
man.
the brother was reading in 2nd Ezra, it say they have received benefits that have not known me. Them benefits right there, that's talking about from Esau, Edom, being in the world, entertainment, being an actor, a sports player, whatever fun that you get from Esau, Edom, that's the benefit that our people have not known the Lord. But right here in Psalm 68 and 19, it says, blessed be the Lord who daily loads us with benefits. Because the real benefits is his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. And that comes from the Lord, not from Esau on the left hand, man. So
that's that wisdom, man. Let's get Proverbs 8 and 11.
Oh.
But that goes into the wisdom. And that wisdom is above all money, man. Because it says that silver and gold ain't going to deliver you in the day of wrath, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be what? The stability of thy time.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
Come on, let's get Job 28 and 18. But this wisdom is priceless. And right now, even though it's not valued amongst these people, there's going to come a time where the turning of things upside down is going to be turned right side up, man. And those men and women who have held on to wisdom and faith are going to shine like the stars of heaven, man.
Job 28, verse 18. No mention shall be made of coral or of pearl, for the price of wisdom is above rubies.
And the majority of this world has no wisdom, man. A bunch of walking beasts, man.
Fools, man.
Children of fools, man.
Right.
A part of base men. But wisdom is priceless, man. And that's what we desire. We desire the wisdom of YAHAWASHI. And we reverence that over anything out here that the world has to offer. You got it, man.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their power. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful.
Right.
And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcomes, and that water is what we're talking about, that wisdom, knowledge and understanding. Yeah? He that overcometh shall inherit all things.
Right.
And I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with the fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Exactly, man. That second death begins with those ICBM missiles. I should say it ends with those ICBM missiles. That lake of fire that Isaiah saw, man. But those who hold, on to righteousness are going to do what? Inherit all things. That inheritance goes back to what? The promise that was made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the inheritance. That's the conclusion of the matter. The Alpha and the Omega, the first Adam and the last Adam, man. And that's spiritual because with the first Adam, there were other people on the earth, but they weren't even a factor. The main focus was Adam and the Adamites.
No difference now. There's no new thing under the sun.
Right.
Even with the last Adam. You got it, bro.
You got a precept?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's John 7 and 38. He that believeth
Oh,
on me,
that's
as the
beautiful.
scripture have said,
Beautiful.
out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Beautiful.
And that's what you see through the men of YAHAWASHI. That's out here on the four corners. That's on YouTube land. Rivers of living water. That's why it says that we have an unction and we know all things.
Right.
Because every brother's been given a particular measure.
Right.
And when you look at the body of YAHAWASHI, which consists of the men that are laboring for this truth, all knowledge that's been given has been given unto that body, man. We know in part and we prophesy in part. That's part of the 100% truth that we do have on the earth, man.
Come. And the brother just read in Revelation, the Lord said what? All ye that are thirst, right? The brother just brought out John 7:38, the living water. So this is Isaiah 55:1. It say, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. And he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Say, yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
And that's why the Lord has his men on the highways and hedges or on YouTube land where you don't have to pay to get it. If you thirst, you can come and receive what you're looking for.
Right.
Your cup may runneth over if you're thirsty, man.
Right.
The Lord got brothers pouring out videos all over the YouTube weekly, daily.
By the thousands. By the thousands, bro.
And that shows you that we get into that time of the great famine because the word is being pushed out at a great pace.
This is Isaiah 44, verse 3. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and the floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessings upon thine offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as the willows, by the water courses.
And that's what you see. You see brothers on the block non-stop until Esau drop, man. That's these little sanctuaries that the Lord's setting up. And it's spiritual because on the left-hand side, our people will stand on these corners to do what? To sell drugs, to destroy their community, to push forth wickedness, pharmakia, witchcraft. Now the Lord has his men on the right-hand side of the same nation standing up for righteousness on the corners, on the highways and hedges, springing forth. You got it, bro.
On the same corners where they once did the wicked stuff on the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying?
I show you, it's a change of pace. The Lord is starting this. What it says in Psalms, I believe it's 50 or 52, I shall set them in order before thy face.
Right, Psalm chapter 50.
The Lord is setting us in order right now. And that's why people see it, they don't know what to make of it. Or they see it and they get scared, they fear it. They try to come up against it. Because this is the Great Awakening, and it don't include all nations. It includes the nation everybody want to be like, man. You got it, bro.
Psalm chapter 50, start at 20. Thy citizen speaketh against thy brother, thy slanderers thy own mother's son.
And that's how Esau does it. He slanders us how? On Fox News, on your local news station, where every time they talk about your people, they got a mugshot from somebody, making it seem like our people are nothing more than criminals, man. They downplay the success of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and how you contributed building this piece of shit. But then they uplift all of the so-called dirt that you do. They put out this message that you're nothing but beasts. That instead of you being princes, you're the servants. You got it, brother.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
Right.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
And that's even unto now, man.
Right.
They get to a point where they don't believe in the Most High, and if they do believe in them, they have a nice so-called Caucasian image to go with the belief of God. That picture of an effeminate power touching the finger of Adam, 2 Edomites, and that's supposed to be the image of the Most High. Come on, man.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
And that's what the Lord is doing. He's taking the nation that's despised amongst all nations, and he's gathering them together, beginning with the elect of them, man. Because like the brother brought out beautifully, man, we want the same things that Jake in the world want, man. You know, our appetite for women didn't die down because we know the truth. If anything, it increased. But we're learning what? Temperance, patience, discipline. We want these things more so than Jake in the world. But we want it in righteousness, man. We don't want a tainted gift. We don't want a consolation. We want the actual prize, man.
Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from YAHAWASHI entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
And great fear is falling upon them because what? We're standing upon our feet, man. On the highways and hedges, man. Proclaiming judgment to the nation that oppressed our people, man. That every man, woman, and child from their nation is going to suffer the same fate that they pushed out with. And that takes a great level of faith and boldness. That's only given as a gift through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, man. You got it, bro.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army.
And that's what you see now. You see the beginning stages of a great army of YAHAWASHI, as in the days of old. God said he was going to rebuild the tabernacle of David.
Right.
When King David was on his campaign, bodies dropped. And likewise, it's going to drop again, man. In the spirit first. People are spiritually coming up here and getting decapitated. And then it's going to play out physically. Through World War III, famine, pestilence. All of these things are going to be scourges for these proud-ass people, man. The Lord's going to humble people in that day. You got
Amos chapter 9, verse 11. It say, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
And like we said before, in David's tabernacle, that was mighty men. There was mighty men in the tabernacle of David. They were putting thousands and 10,000s to flight. And then likewise, it's going to be the same thing now, man.
Right.
And the Lord is beginning with the actual tabernacle of King David.
That which was shall be.
Right. There's no new thing under the sun.
Verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and it say, and of all the heathen which are called by the name, which are called by my name, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, that doeth this.
And we are going to possess the heathens. When King David was in rulership, he put garrisons in these other nations, in their lands, to keep them under subjection. They became tributaries to our nation. And they're going to do the same thing.
Same thing again. Well, that's beautiful.
They're going to find out that this was just a light punishment, a light affliction for the sons of God going off again. This was just a punishment. Just like we went off as the sons of God in the garden, the Lord gave us a light little punishment in the last days, but we're about to come back into that glory again.
Got precept on that.
You got it, brother. Read it.
Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Yasharallah, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
And that's why we're going through this punishment now. But the flip side of that is that the nations that touched us are going to have a far worse judgment than what we've received, man. What we received was a light punishment compared to what the heathens are going to receive. Because the Messiah, the one they ignorantly called Jesus, that they claim to love so much, when he come back, he's going to come back with anger, man.
Right.
We receive the scourges of men. They're going to receive the scourges of YAHAWASHI. Come on, man, it's different. When YAHAWASHI say he's going to trample the people in his anger, that's beautiful.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. We'll start at verse 1, go through verse 7.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's my scripture right there.
But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Heavenly Father,
Right.
and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die.
Right. We seen it die. Go ahead.
And their departure is taken from Israel. And they're going from us to be utter destruction.
That's beautiful.
But they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Heavenly Father proved them and found them worthy for himself.
Right.
As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering.
Hey man, tell you that in Isaiah, man. Okay? The furnace of affliction, man. Those are the predestined that was with YAHAWASHI from the beginning, man.
And he said, though they be a little chassis.
Right.
This is light. Why you weary? It's like y'all.
Same thing. That's what proved. That's what proven means. Testing.
Right.
Right.
Know the Lord proved it. Right. Chastity.
Right. Same. Right. Come. Hey, that's beautiful, man.
And it's a light affliction. Because like we said before, the heaviest part of this burden has already been lifted. All we have to do is endure to the end. Continue to endure. Constantly endure.
Right. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 7, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparkles among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever.
And YAHAWASHI is going to reign forever. And we're going to be joint heirs. Lord willing, we are of that number of the first dominion. But eventually, the entire nation of Israel is going to inherit that promise that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that's why the promise supersedes the law. The promise supersedes the law. Because Abraham received that promise before Israel received that law, man.
They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect.
And the Lord does have care for his elect. What we going through is for our profit. It's to make us better. The Lord not doing this just because he feels like beating on his children. The Lord is not a child abuser. This is all for a purpose. This is like Karate Kid and Mr. Miyagi. You going through it, Mr. Miyagi got you waxing on and waxing off, and you don't even know why until you get into that battle. You like, oh shit.
Right.
This shit worked. You looking like, man, Mr. Miyagi got me wiping windows again. Not even realizing that this is teaching you something that's going to be valuable in the battle. This is what we going through. That's why I say despise not the chastity, because at the end of the day, it's going to mold you and create you into a better spiritual son of YAHAWASHI.
They can't even put their hands on you. All you doing is this.
How he do it so well?
Right.
Got a precept. Speaking about chastening. This is John 16, and I'll start at 21. A woman, when she is in travail, hath sorrow,
Right.
because her hour is come.
Right.
But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish for a joy that a man is born into the world.
Beautiful. Read that over.
This is John 16 and 21. A woman, when she is in travail, hath sorrow.
A woman in travail, going through labor, the birth pains, right? Okay, go ahead.
Because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish.
So that's talking about Jacob's trouble, man. That's when you're going to be travailing, man. But as soon as you see them chariots crack the sky, you know, man, everything was like, it was all worth it. Fuck it. Especially if you get delivered, you get beamed up.
The moment you land on the chariot, is your flat tire gonna matter? Is that flat tire you caught on a 528 or the 417? You gonna be thinking about that? You gonna be thinking about that, man, that Duke energy bill, bro, like I'm still old dude. Yeah, we think about none of that. Everything that you went through ain't even gonna matter no more.
Ain't gonna matter.
You're going to
praising YAHAWASHI. The water YAHAWASHI.
I gotta read this because this going with us saying this also when you see this happen. This Psalm 91:7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So when you see Jake falling out over here dying, and it's before the chariots get here, and Jake falling out over there, and he's something them down, he gonna be like, and it don't touch you, oh, you gonna know right then.
You gonna know. You gonna know.
And
Lord's willing, I am that dude.
Lord willing.
You gonna have an unction, but you still ain't gonna be sure, man.
Right,
You know,
come.
Your faith gonna start to get built up more and more.
Right,
the
that's
more
what I'm saying.
Jacob's trouble start to go.
Right.
But ultimately, when you see them chariots, brother,
Yeah, you know it's up there.
like we say all the time though, it's not gonna be like these movies where at the end of the movie all the people come up against you and now you done downloaded some special skills and now you got, you know, Superman face. That face starts now.
Right now.
You're supposed to walk now like, man, if I walk in Walmart and 300 people drop right now, I don't expect to die.
I'm telling you, that one's right. That's what I'm saying.
And you're supposed to practice and rehearse that faith now, so when that time comes, you ain't gonna have that downloaded John Wick. You're gonna be moving like John Wick already.
I already know.
It's already downloaded.
Right, it's already downloaded.
You're gonna be like, I've been on the highways and byways, and I know none of them 300 wind up.
Right.
I know for a fact.
You know for a
That's gonna be in
fact,
the
bro.
back of your memory
That's why
card.
when I be, you know, when I be at the crib and I go to Walmart, I be like, all these motherfuckers in here. Every last fucker, and most of them Edomites in that bitch.
the reason I be saying that because one scripture always stay in my mind: the elect shall scarcely be saved.
Right.
That's what be in my mind,
Right.
You know?
Come.
The
That
Lord
make
like
it-
to he didn't get Abraham, so you put him down in everything.
That make
You know
the
what I'm
movie
saying?
more
Then he
dramatic.
stepped in. Yeah.
That make the movie more dramatic.
Right.
When there's a couple seconds left and James Bond slide through that door at the last minute.
Even YAHAWASHI, man, YAHAWASHI called on him. He didn't answer him. He didn't want to go on the cross. He turned it back on him. He said, all right, I guess I got to do it.
He said, not my will, but thy will.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't mean it called on. The Lord likes to make sure, and when you study him, he tests everybody to the nth degree, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nobody slides.
Nope.
Man, that's why he said that, hey, that gold tried in the furnace of affliction, man. That's a hell of... People don't understand how deep that shit go, man.
Acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Them three holy children had to get in that shit, man.
First
They had
of
to
all,
go in the fight.
First of all,
For real.
that furnace is super fucking hot, man.
Right.
Super hot.
That ain't
So the gold gotta be tried. I mean, it melted
That's super
back
hot.
to liquid.
Well, when you go into the furnace that the three children were put into, men died just trying to heat that thing up.
Right. One of them died, didn't it?
I think a few men died
Yeah.
trying to heat that thing up.
Man, and they had to literally go in there.
Yeah.
So the Lord and they prayed all the time. Oh, Daniel prayed 3 times a day. The Lord still say, see what you gonna do with them lions. Let me see how much your praying you did all them 3 times a day praying. Let me see what that's gonna do when you get up in here.
Cause Satan got that bet going, man.
Right.
Hey, Job, man, you forgot, man.
Right. Job
Take
is
that
the
hedge,
ultimate
Take
challenge.
that hedge, let me get at him.
Hey, that's why these devils, man, they don't got no heads. They free to do what they will, because the Lord don't love them. They are bastards.
Great bastard.
That's why it's a beautiful thing to get chastised by the Lord, man. Because that means he loves you. That's why I always say, man, if you having a beautiful life and you ain't catching no hell, boy, it's a 90% chance your ass in trouble. Straight up, bro. For real.
Hey,
You ain't getting
straight
tried
trip,
on
man.
no level, yeah, something wrong,
You
bro.
ain't getting tried on no
And
level.
the Lord is not a man that he should lie.
So you ain't getting tried on no level. You couldn't
No
even tell me
level?
the last time you tripped and failed.
Nothing. Everything good.
Everything good.
Who in these scriptures didn't get tried, man? Which one of the prophets didn't get tried? Jonah got tried.
Right.
Who didn't get tried?
Man, Isaiah walked around naked. Who would want to do that?
Man had to eat cow feces.
Yeah. The Lord told Ezekiel to bake a cake with cow dung, man.
At first he told him human dung. I think.
Yeah, right. Hey,
man.
but the Lord cold, man. And you, boy, look at here. Nigga, this woman cooked her child. Knowing Jake, they threw seasoning there and everything. Garlic. The Lord, hey man. King said, what you want me to do? Bitch, I'm walking around here starving too. I mean, I'm sitting on the ground with y'all. What you want me to do? Hey, that made the Lord ain't playing no game, man. So that's the affliction, bro. That's why I be sitting at home just meditating like, boy. That's why I be like, you know what? Forget that, cuz the Lord say, hey, don't vow no vow that you can't goddamn pay. For real, so Lord, just give me the strength. Whatever come on me in that day, just give me the strength, man. That's all I know. I ain't finna magic nothing. None of that. Just, I don't think about it, the head being cut off. Esau might do some way more different. Hey, them three, them 7 sons, man, in the Maccabees, man, he cut the man up and cooked him in a fucking pot, man. Yeah. How much faith you gotta have to say, I'm going out just like my brother. Do what you gonna do. Rip my guts out, whatever, cut me, whatever.
Bro,
man, you can't imagine that.
Bro, to endure that. That's why I say, you know, the brother brought up a good point. Them who endure to the end. Because the funny thing about it is, bro, we can believe and we all have faith.
Right.
But it's gonna be brothers that think they done, and Esau get a hold of them, and do some shit to them, and they gonna fold.
Hey, Peter,
They might.
hey, bro, Peter didn't want to deny the Lord. He wanted to chop the man ear off, man.
Right.
Hey, but the Lord said, you gonna deny me, man. Whether
Hey,
you like it or not, you gonna deny me, man.
That's cold, man. That's hard. That's
Peter did not want to, man. Peter said, you crazy, man.
Right. I'll die about you. But you gonna tell me I'm gonna deny you when I just told you I'll die about
That's
you?
humility, man.
This is my thing though. Did Peter deny him because YAHAWASHI told him he was? You get what I'm saying? Like if YAHAWASHI never would have said Peter, you're gonna deny me.
He denied Yahawashi because it was pre-written. Man's going to the Lord.
Right.
The Lord said it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Well, like I said, he denied him because he had fear. Fear, man.
That was the
He
point.
just seen him come with him up Yahawashi. He was like, wasn't you with him? Like, nah, that was me, man.
He was getting spit on, he was getting beat.
We just went into the flesh is weak. We just was talking about the flesh is weak. In that split second, just like I was saying earlier, my buddy was like, oh man, that's your whip? You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, man, this ain't mine. But the flesh was like, yeah, it's mine. Hey, it is what it is. He saw what was going on in that split second. If he could have had a redo or whatever, man, this shit is
Ain't
crazy.
no redo.
Right.
That's why, but
That's the thing.
that keep you humble. Because, you know, at the end of the day, what Peter went through made Peter go harder. Because Peter knew in the back of his head that he dropped the ball. He fumbled at that point.
That solidified that Yahawashi was the true power, you know, the son of the living power. And also that, like I said, man's going to the Lord, man. You don't control yourself. It is what it is. Just like Judas. Hey, that was just his lot, man. Fast and pray, bro.
That's why we gotta fast, we gotta pray. He said many, what did he say? Many righteous men have wish to see, bro.
Okay.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. So what brothers go through on a day-to-day is a little chastening so that you won't be chastened with the world, man.
Right.
Because they gonna die grievous deaths, man.
Right.
That idea of hopelessness and no solution to your answers, and starving, and not being able to provide for your family, all of that on top of each other is gonna make men wish for death, man.
Right.
And death is gonna flee from them, man. But we're being chastened right now, slowly, in small doses, really, so that when that judgment comes, we're gonna be prepared for it, man. Knowing that if the Lord got us through all these little small trials, how much more so the big trials?
Right.
It's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the Lord.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. That's why knowing the power of the Lord, we persuade men, man. boldly. Because Paul say, I speak boldly as I ought to speak, man. That means straight to the point, frank. When you look it up boldly, it got frank in there. Straight to the point, man. Ain't no sugarcoating nothing, man. Living up our voice like a trumpet. Because only ones that gonna do that is the men that fear the Lord, man. When you don't got no fear of death, it is what it is. Go ahead, bro. No, that was it. That was it.
You said bold, meaning frank.
Bold. When you look it up.
That's why he said, though I be brutal in speech, not in knowledge.
Right.
He was bold.
You were bold. Right. Yeah, man.
Look that one up too.
That just gave me a whole nother perspective, bro. If Peter denied him, you know, somebody who was walking with him and
Right.
was gonna
Every
ride or
day.
die,
Right.
like that.
Peter was the rock in which he was going to build.
But confident in spirit and demeanor. It say wax, bold, preach, speak boldly.
And that's what we're supposed to do,
And
man.
be frank in utterance, man.
Bro, how can you not when you talking about the truth?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If something is fact, you're gonna say it boldly. You know what I'm saying? If we have a debate on what color the sky is, if I know it's blue, what you can tell?
How the hell are you going to tell me anything when the Lord that knocked me off the horse and came and saved me personally in a ball, you know?
Right.
Fucking boldly, man.
Right.
You know, what the hell you going to tell me, man?
Hell yeah.
And he told you, hey, he was a scared man.
Oh man, I beautiful you said that too, but
You know, lied to me and gave me my sight back, but I'm going to listen to you.
this Acts 22 in verse 6, it say, and it came to pass that as I made my journey and was come nigh to Damascus about noon, suddenly there shone from heaven a great light round about me, and I fell unto the ground and heard a voice saying unto me, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Right? And I answered, Who art thou, Lord? And he said unto me, I am YAHAWASHI of Nazareth, whom thou persecutest. Now, in this verse, Paul said YAHAWASHI knocked him off the horse. He said, Who art thou, Lord? He said, I am YAHAWASHI of Nazareth, right? Watch this. This is Acts 26 and 14. Now in 22, he said, I am YAHAWASHI of Nazareth, right? This is Acts 26 and 14. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. And I said, Who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am YAHAWASHI, whom thou persecutest. But he said he spoke to them in the Hebrew tongue.
Why he ain't speak them in Latin?
Right, or
Paul
Greek,
spoke Latin.
or English. We know one on English back then.
Yeah.
That's why Pilate put on over his head, King of the Jews in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. But he said he spoke to him in the Hebrew. How the hell you don't get around that? Right.
He was Roman.
Right. He spoke all that. Right. Why the hell Paul didn't say he spoke to me in Greek or Latin? You can show a Jesus freak that all day long. Hey, this is only for the elect,
Why he
man.
spoke because the word uttered in Hebrew.
You get the same. It's different. It's different in uttering in Greek and Latin.
Same strength.
Right.
He wanted to make sure Paul understood him. Loud and
Right,
clear.
right.
Especially talking about the Gentiles.
Right.
He wanted to know. It went. Motherfuckers really stumbling over the Gentiles.
Right.
He broke it down clear.
Clear. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah. You got a precept out? Oh. This is This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 15. This the people saw and understood it not. Neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he have respect unto his chosen. Right, right. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, let me get that. Because this is only for, hey, Daniel 12 and 10 say, only the wise will understand, man. The wicked will not understand this truth, man. This is our 2 Chronicles 36 and 16, reading what the brother just spoke about. But they mocked the messengers of Yahawah by Hashem YAHAWASHI and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord Yahawah arose against his people till there were no remedy, man. Hey, it said the Lord, hey, brought his wrath on them until there was no remedy, man. Hey, if there's no remedy, they was consumed, man.
Hey, this is off of mock, right? You said he mocked, right?
Right.
Mock, off of the Merriam-Webster. An act of ridicule or derision.
Right.
What does it say? Them that had us in derision at all. Them.
Right.
How'd it go?
Wisdom of Solomon 5.
Right.
Just quoted.
They didn't afflicted us.
That, but that's mock.
Right. Oh. Right. Yeah, 501.
There it goes. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a reproof of reproach. So this is he who we mocked and laughed and scorned at.
Right. Yeah, man, that's beautiful.
And the Psalms will tell you that the Lord is going to have the heathen in derision.
Right.
Okay, so the Lord is not mocked, you know?
Right. You know, Galatians 6 and 7. Right. Yeah, man. This is Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, in the house of Jacob their sins. That's what we out here to do, man. And to let the Edomites know, like Isaiah 51 and 23 say, you have afflicted us, man, made no count of our labor, like Wisdom of Solomon 5 say, but now your time is at an end, man. Your kingdom is coming to an end. And you have turned the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians to heathens, man. Now you got Jeremiah 5 and 28 say, Israel is doing worse than the heathens, man. They have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. But we out here to let our people know they ain't trying to wake up out of sleep, man. The Lord going to destroy this place. North America is finished, man. Israel, them so-called Jews in our land, them damn bastards are finished, man.
Gutter rats.
Okay, the Lord say by the spirit of his mouth, man, they shall be destroyed.
Like you said, Isaiah 58 and 1, I will cry aloud, spare not. Show my people their transgressions. This is Sirach, chapter 24, verse 32. I will yet make doctrine to shine as the morning.
Right.
And will send forth her light upon all.
And that's his truth, man. Okay, it tell you in Psalm 19, man, that he was going to make this truth go out through the four winds of the earth, man. How? By the internet, man. It said there's no place where their voice is not heard. That's talking about the elders, man. The apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
I will yet power out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever. Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom.
Hey, and that's talking about the elect, man. Because that's what we searching. Wisdom. And we are searching it together, man. Okay, Philippians 2 say, Let every man work out his salvation with fear and trembling. But you're doing it in the brotherhood. This is the brotherhood. Hey, it say Hebrews 3 and 13, man. Exhort one another while it's called today. Don't put off day to day, man. It is true, man. Matter of fact.
All right. You on this side?
Yeah, yeah. You want to go ahead? We can shut down.
Nah, go ahead.
What was that? Oh, Hebrews chapter 4. And go back to that. Yeah. Go ahead.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. Then they that feared the Lord spake one to another,
Right.
and the Lord hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before them that feared the Lord,
Right.
and that thought upon his name.
And that's what we out here doing, man. In the brotherhood, man. Together.
Verse 17. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, YAHAWASHI. In that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. That's cold right there. We've been going into it all night, man. We are the jewels, you know what I'm saying? And verse 18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh and him that serveth him not.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. This is Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 9. It say, there remaineth therefore a rest to the people of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, for he that is entered into his rest, he also have seized from his own works, as power did from his. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. So I'm gonna jump down to verse. Another I was trying to get. This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse, we start at 34. No, verse 35. It say, cast not away therefore your confidence, which had great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi, you might receive the promise. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. It said, not a just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. But we are not of them who draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. So in this work, man, we got a reward, man. And I ain't talking about the little small person. I'm talking about rulership, man. sitting with YAHAWASHI, man. Being rulers of the earth, man. Being rulers, it was in Hebrew, it was about being, that was 1 Corinthians. Let me get that. It's 1 Corinthians.
We're gonna get that reward on the right hand side and the reward on the left hand side.
Done. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2. It says, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? If the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matter? So listen, man. This is we fighting for to get rulership, man. Okay, Romans 12 and 6, Romans 11:26 says, all of Israel shall be saved. But we trying to get so we can rule the world in righteousness, man. Everything is all out of course, man. What does scripture say? The foundation of the earth are out of course? Pollution, man. Chemtrail, GMO food. You got LGBTQ running around here doing what they want to do. Jake eating all the bumble food, man. On a small level. We wearing mixed fabrics and going to eat at restaurants, not knowing that the server come bring your food, her period on. Okay, your girl period on, you don't got another place to go stay at. We don't have nothing. We are the basis of men. We supposed to be wanting to get rulership, man, in righteousness. Not just getting salvation. I want my crown, man. That's what I'm fighting for. And Yahawashi said it in Revelation, man. Let no man take thy crown, man. So we out here, week in and week out, fighting for our crown, man. I'm sick of this place, man. Sick of it. Gotta go work for Esau. These devils hate you, man. Smile in your face, but soon you leave the job, or soon they get in their car, or they at home, they calling you niggas all day, man. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 2, starting at 7. I will declare the decree. The Lord, YAHAWASHI, has said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee.
Right. Hey, we are sons, man. That's why the Lord told, that's why Moses told Pharaoh to let Israel go. The Lord's firstborn, man.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Hey, man, you so-called white people, you red Hebrew Edomites, hey, you should be our inheritance, man.
And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Hey, so we're going to have everything, man, as it was before, in righteousness. The whole foundation of the earth is out of course, man. So you can get, we going down, get number 23.
That's part of our inheritance that we fighting for.
Right, man.
You know what I mean? The crown and utter dominance and rulership of the other nations. And righteousness.
Get on Revelation 11 to 18. Go ahead, read that if you got it. Numbers 23 and I think it's 17.
This is starting Revelation?
Yeah, go ahead, read that.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and 18. And the nations were angry.
Man, all nations are angry with you Edomites, man. All the nations are pissed off with you Edomites because you're destroying them through your democracy, man. Okay? All the nations are angry at you so-called white people, man. You Edomite, you Hebrew Edomites. Go ahead.
And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets,
Right?
and to the saints, and them that fear thy name.
The saints are the Israelites, man. Okay? You so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indian, and Haitian. Go ahead.
Small and great, and should have destroyed them, which destroyed the earth.
And who's destroying the earth, man? The so-called white man. They're destroying the earth on all levels, man. Everything. Chemtrails, GMO food, contaminated water. You bathing in contaminated water. You drinking contaminated water. Your food is GMO. Your food is genetic modified organisms, man. Organisms. It ain't even real food. You don't want to talk about organic. There's no food on this planet organic, man. Everything you grow, if you're going on your own, it's still getting rained and washed on with chemtrails. It ain't organic, man. But the Lord said we should eat our bread to follow among the Gentiles.
Numbers 23 and 17. And when he had came to him, behold, he stood by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said unto them, what hath the Lord spoken? And he took up his parable, and said, rise up, Balak, and hear. Hearken unto me, thou son of Zippor. The heavenly Father is not a man that he should lie,
Right.
neither the son of man that he should repent.
Right.
Hath he said, and shall not he do it?
Right.
Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
That's the point. Hey, YAHAWASHI is finna come back and wreak havoc on you so-called white people, man. For destroying the earth, man. Get on, matter of fact, yeah, numbers on, what is that, 24 and 20.
It's Numbers 24 and 20.
Start at 18, read 18.
18. And Edom shall be a possession.
Right,
Seir also shall be a possession.
right.
For his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
That's YAHAWASHI, man. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable, and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
And that's, you Edomites is done, man. You are finished. You Amalekites, man. You Khazars. You Ashkenazi Jews. Get Revelation 2 and 9. You're in, you are done, man. And we sick of looking at you, man. That's why the scriptures say that we shall look and wonder where the hell you at, man. Because you finna go in the outer darkness.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
We don't have a flyer. We don't have a flyer for
You got a phone on you? Yeah, go to the YouTube page real quick. You can subscribe if you want to learn, brother. What's your nationality according to your father? Okay, so you would be Ephraim. The biblical name is Ephraim. Puerto Rican ain't in the Bible. These are the names the so-called white man gave them when they conquered all of them. These are the Bible names. So you'll be Ephraim, which means fruit.
What's the channel?
You on YouTube, go to GMSORLANDO. GMSORLANDO, space Orlando and GMS.
I've been watching, I've been seeing a lot of things going on.
You got GMC.
You got GMC.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll do that. It'll pop in GMC by itself.
Auto-populate.
Yeah.
Auto-populate kill you, right?
Yeah.
It'll be the GMS on
GMS, no, they do the GMS Orlando. Take the two off. Yeah, take the just Orlando. Yeah, that's again, that's my personal page too. I do videos every day. We all do videos every day. Yeah, and we are Hebrew Israelite, brother.
right every Saturday.
Yep.
It's crazy.
We usually be right there on Magnolia and Central, but it started raining, so we come here when it rains. Yeah, but we usually be right there on on Magnolia and Central. Every Saturday, brother. But he really like, hey, it's time to wake up, man, because you know North America gonna be destroyed by the missiles. I know you see it in the news. Russia, Iran.
There's a lot going on.
It's a lot, brother. Because we in the end time. And the Lord said in the end times he was gonna wake up his people to who they were because we lost our heritage. That's why those Edomite, so-called white men over there in Israel call themselves the Jews. Them are not the Jews. We the real Jews. Yeah. So the Lord said in the end time.
One of my niggas showed me earlier today a picture of he was looking at some biblical stuff and images that were shown look like us.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. We all know it's crazy, man. It's fucked up.
Yeah, man, it's time to wake up. Hey, the Lord require you to wake up to the truth because we finna the same way the Edomites took us down, brother. Hey, get Revelation 13 and 10. I want you to hit it before you go.
Married? Any y'all married?
According to the Bible, according to the Bible though.
Girlfriends?
We got wives.
How they feel about your situation?
Well, they rolling with the punches. They roll with it.
It don't matter what they feel.
Right, but yeah. The Lord dealing with the men though.
That's the issue I'm going through the divorce right now.
But when you in the truth, man, it really doesn't matter because the Lord deal with the man. I tell you that all over the scripture. And whatever you own, she's supposed to be on. Because when we was in our kingdom, they ain't do shit but stay in the crib. That was it. But see, when they came over here, the so-called white man got our women westernized, man. They wanted equal rights and all this and other madness, man. But they supposed to be servants. You know, a female is a servant to her man. That's why the Lord made Eve for Adam. They just female servants, man. Help me. That's what helped me. That's it.
Shit's fucked up right now, though.
Yeah, they bugged out of their mind, man. Because Esau gave them rulership over the house.
It's fucked up out here.
Yeah, man.
You try to bag it, it's not happening.
No.
It's crazy.
Hey, even the fat ones got pride now.
Yo, I bagged the shorty, she was like, yo, you taking me to the Gucci store?
Whoa. Yeah, man.
What happened?
So-called white man got them like that,
Shouldn't
man.
we get to know each other?
Man. Ain't none of that.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, brother.
So you have y'all squatted up. Where y'all at? Like, where do I go if I wanna?
We out every Saturday. We out here.
Every Saturday.
But we got YouTube pages though. Yeah.
I follow
You
y'all.
got mine on there, and the brother got one. His is called GMS Auto One Rotterdam. You probably want to subscribe to his, and this brother here. We all got pages. We do videos every day. And once
how
you
y'all deal with the pushback though? Like, how y'all deal with like mad heads coming at y'all crazy? Like, yo, y'all
with the
bugging.
scriptures, hey, the Lord said, prove all things. 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, prove all things through the scripture. And this scripture don't lie. It talks about prophecies. They tell you in here that the missiles that Iran, Russia, China finna shoot over here, it's in the scripture. How women out here bugged out of their mind, it's all in the scripture. It tell you in here in Jeremiah 31:22 that a woman shall come past a man. What you got going on right now in the world? Women taking over. The Lord did that because it's a curse to us. Because we broke his laws, so he put out women over us. Yeah, so that's why now, if you ain't pulling up on a chick in the BM or Ben, she like, oh, I got a Ben, what you riding in? If you can't match what I'm matching, ain't no route.
That's really what it's like, man.
Right.
It's crazy.
And once you start watching the video, but we got counts in every state of North America. We got counts in Peru, we got counts in Netherlands, we got counts in Norway, everywhere, brother. The Lord said he's raising up his elect men. 144,000. That's just the men. Then you got another 1/3 of Israel gonna wake up. Out of all the 12 tribes. The rest of them gonna get fried by those missiles. But it's finna come race riots out here, concentration camps, famine, diseases. It's finna get bad out here, brother. Bad. So the Lord raising up his men, he finna give us spiritual power. You seen Thor, Superman, and Flash? This is in the scriptures, brother. Now in the scriptures, it's real though. He finna give his elect men spiritual power.
No, I'm saying the movies and all that.
Yeah. But they make those movies because it's based off the scriptures, man. Like you see Independence Day, right? You see the chariot, the spaceships. Do you know that that's the Lord's vehicles in the Bible? they call chariots in the Bible, not UFOs, spaceships. That's how we're gonna get salvation. Through the chariots. That's all in the scripture, brother. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, check us out, bro. Watch the video, brother.
Yeah, hey. Truth is stranger than fiction, man.
Look, I'm going through it myself, man. I know I feel lost these days, bro.
And if you put the Lord first, he'll fix all that for you, bro.
It's weird, it's weird, it's weird.
I know it's hard, brother.
When you a black dude and you make money, right? And then you try to do right, you're still getting that backlash.
Right, right. We gonna
make
get
a lot of money, but it's not. It doesn't matter.
right.
It doesn't matter.
Why gain the whole world and lose your soul?
It don't matter. Bro.
Right.
That's the crazy part I'm dealing with right now.
Right,
So
right,
see how
right.
niggas out here like that. I've been watching the videos and all that. I see what's going on.
It doesn't matter, man. Look at LeBron. They still spray painted nigga on this shit, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, LeBron run the whole world. They got a whole elementary school out here.
Yeah. Look, yeah, but
They go to college for free. They still
And
gonna
it
lock
don't
them up.
even matter.
yeah, and all that, and he still get the end of the
That's like Kanye say, you still a nigga in a coop, man. Still a nigga, you just a nigga with money, man.
You got at the end of the day,
They
this ain't your
rounding
kingdom.
this up, man. 21. They see what they doing to him.
Yeah.
But man,
The scripture tell you in Revelation, they finna come down with great wrath on us. Because this word get pushed out everywhere. Let people know that the so-called white man been born slave. They hate that, man. They hate this.
That's his destiny.
That's their
What he
destiny,
did
man.
out here, that's what he doing.
Same thing you see right here. Say in the scripture that they shall put a yoke of iron on our neck. Our enemies shall do that. The Bible say our enemies shall put a yoke of iron on our
see, but
neck.
I think the problem is they got so many of us that work with them.
That's the problem, brother. The Lord say we should not make a covenant with these Edomites, with these so-called white people. We won't make a covenant with them, man.
But what do we do, dog? Like
Well,
they got.
he said we gotta wait on him.
Look at our greatest black men currently, Jay-Z, Future, artists like that, right? Them niggas working with them.
They are in the hand of the Illuminati. Their job is to
So
do
how
what?
what do we do? Because this ain't gonna be enough. I'm
Yeah,
telling you
yeah.
Now, this shit right here, chilling out here doing it, ain't gonna be enough.
Listen, brother.
So you got me, right? So you got one more person. Now what? Now what do we do?
We pushing this word heavy.
But what do we do next?